Shema Wallop, ISPK under Command Junior Hana. Bringing to you live one more time for ISPK ISUPK Queens, New York. Examining yourself. The Bible talks about examining yourself. Make sure that you're doing what you're supposed to. Because that is more important now than ever. Because now we're in the last days. Now World War III is come. Christ is about to come back before you even knew it. Before you know it. The scripture say that the Most High is going to shorten the days, and there'll be no flesh left. So before you know, the scripture also say don't tarry day to day. Say that in the Apocrypha. That's what you want to do. So we're going to go to 2 Corinthians 13:4. We'll get a few scriptures. 2 Corinthians 13:4-5. Examine yourselves, whether you be in the faith. Examine yourself. You know how to prove your own self, improve your own selves. Make sure you're keeping these laws, statutes, commandments. Don't lie to yourself. Don't stay in that Christian church thinking, yeah, I'm filling this collection plate up with all kind of money. So that guarantees be a spot in the kingdom. No, it does not. If you're eating that pork, that shrimp, that crab, you're not getting into the kingdom. If you're a homosexual, you're not getting into the kingdom. If you're a murderer, a thief, a liar, you're not getting into the kingdom. Know ye not your own self. That's what Paul said. Don't you know your own self? You know yourself. You with yourself every day from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. You know yourself. You know what you're doing. You know what you say. So you know yourself. Like I said, don't lie to yourself. We can go to 2 Peter 1:10. Sorry. 2 Peter 1:10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if you do these things, you shall not fall. See that? Make your calling and election sure. The scriptures say many are called, but few are chosen. Few are chosen. Make your calling and election. Make sure you in this ISUPK, you want to get into the ISUPK, you want to start following God. Make sure your election is sure. Make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Keep these laws, statutes, commandments. That's what all boils down to, the laws, statutes, and commandments. The Most High said in Deuteronomy 28, if you do not hearken to do all these commandments that I command these days, all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. And Lord, we are cursed as a people. We are cursed. But we can lift it. We can get rid of that generational curse and have a salvation if we keep these laws, statutes, commandments again. So make your call and your election sure. Go to Hebrews chapter 3 and verse 8. My last scripture. Hebrews 3 and 8. Harden not your hearts as in the provocation in the day of the temptation in the wilderness. And Paul's from what happened time in Moses. When we were freed out of Egypt, they was in the wilderness, the Israelites was complaining. We want to go back to Egypt, but they had flesh pots. Moses brought out into the wilderness to die. And don't harden your heart like that. John verse 12. Take heed, brethren, lest there be any of you an evil heart of unbelief and departing from the living God. See that? Don't have that uneven heart of unbelief. We don't want to have that you would depart from the Most High God. You don't want to have that evil heart, man. Make sure calling your election. So make sure your heart is right. Your heart talking about your mind. Make sure your mind is right. Get yourself right. I know it's hard. I know it's rough. You might be wondering, am I chosen? Am I meant to go through all this? Why am I going through all this if I'm supposed to be with the Lord? Nah, that's the Lord proving you. That's what he's doing. He's proving, he's testing, he's trying, like gold is tried in the fire, like I says in the book of Ecclesiasticus, the 2nd chapter, and the Apostle. That's what he's doing. But the scriptures also say there's no temptation that is brought unto you that you cannot bear it. Lean on your brothers, lean on your sisters. Do what you got to do. Keep up the fight. Like how Paul said, I've kept the faith and I fought a good fight. That's what you want to say to the Most High in that time of judgment. I fought a good fight. You be able to say that. That's what you want to say. That's when to bring that out. Examine yourself. Make sure you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, because time is short. And Christ be back before you know. World War III is coming. Watch the news. Watch CNN. Watch all the news programs. That button gonna get pushed. And pray for the button to get pushed. Pray, like I says in the Lord, for thy kingdom come, thy will be done. You want the kingdom of the Lord to come? Pray for this kingdom to fall. But make sure if you don't want to fall with the kingdom, start keeping the law, statute, commandments again. Examine yourself, improve yourself. Hey, that's my time. Shalom.